In this class, I'm going to be teaching you how to don and doff your gloves. I know you call it put on and put off, or wear and remove, but here we call it to don and to doff. Now, the fact that I'm holding it like this is totally wrong, okay? For the sake of this class, I just want to show you how to don and doff your gloves. So above here, the tip, these are the only places that you should hold. These places are non-sterile, but everywhere here is already sterile, and you shouldn't touch it with your bare hands. So you bring it out from the packet, hold it this way, look for the positioning of your thumb or your hand, and put it on. Now you see my hand is only touching the tip. My hand is not touching anywhere here. Let's assume I made a mistake. Maybe the finger didn't enter the right place and I want to sort it out. How do I sort that out? I'll put this finger inside and adjust within. So I can't touch here with a bare hand, okay? So I have put on this, I have donned this glove comfortably, and now because this hand is now sterile, I can actually touch this anywhere I want to touch it. So you look for the positioning, all right, put that again. So now with this kind of mistake, I can do this because this hand is now sterile. With this other mistake, I can touch here because this hand is gloved. So this is our donning of glove. I have comfortably put on this glove, you know, without infecting the sterile part. Then when I'm done, assume you have used this hand, you have touched urine, you have touched poo-poo, vomit, you have touched all sorts. Maybe you can just go dip your hand into the palm oil at home. Okay, dip your hand and try to doff this glove without that palm oil staining your hand. So how do we go about it? The first is you pinch and pull. Pinch and pull this extreme, then pull inside out. As you're pulling inside out, you're receiving with the gloved hands. You receive and cover, then you use one finger internally, pull inside out, then straight into your kidney dish. Then straight into your kidney dish. So I'm going to be explaining what kidney dish and galley port means. So this is a galley port, and this is a kidney dish. Yes, I know most of you have seen this already, and when I ask in my physical classes what is this used for, you hear people say it's used for carrying syringes, it serves like a tray, we use it in putting cotton wool, we say all of that. This is the reason why we focus on international practice. Now, a kidney dish is a temporal waste bin. This is a temporal waste bin. This is where you put your hand gloves when you're done with them. This is where you put the syringes when you're done, the needles, the cotton wools, the alcohol prep. When somebody wants to throw up, this is where they do that. There are different sizes, okay? So this is a temporal waste bin. When you are performing the procedure, you have all your things there with a kidney dish, because you don't want to do one thing and you're off to the waste bin. You don't want to do another thing, you're off to the waste bin. So all your procedure, the trash from your procedure comes into the kidney dish. At the end of your procedure, you can now go and discard the content of the kidney dish into the appropriate waste area. You will not just move this like this to the dustbin. No, because we have three kinds of waste that can come out of every procedure. Number one is a sharp waste. Sharp waste, needles, pins, broken bottles, razors, anything that can pierce is a sharp waste, and sharp waste will go into the sharp box. This is what the sharp box looks like. I'm sure most of you have seen this. Immunization ladies carry it about. So sharp waste goes into the sharp box. The second is what we call organic waste. Any waste that can decay, any waste that can start to smell after some time. And usually this comes from liquids, like from blood, from urine, from poo-poo, from, anything, wet, from vomit, right? So organic waste, you want to put organic waste into an organic waste bin. Organic waste bin can be easily identified in your facility as those waste bins that have a strong cover, a strong lid, and have nylons internally. So you put that in an organic waste. Then the last is the normal waste. It could be packets, containers, wraps, something that, those can go into the waste bin. So you must separate the content of the kidney dish appropriately and discard. Now, a galley pot is used to put what you know as a cotton wool, but we call this a swab. Okay, now we can have a dry swab or a wet swab. What can I add to this to turn it into a wet swab? Maybe methylated spirit, hydrogen peroxide, and please not water. Water does not disinfect in any way, so you don't use water to do anything. In your galley pot, you need your cotton wools and your methylated spirit, and these are for major procedures. These are basically for major procedures. For minor procedures, like you just want to clean the surface before doing we tried during blood sugar check, we use what is called the alcohol prep, right? So this is an alcohol prep pad. We don't use big cotton wools like this in small procedures. So alcohol prep, just open it up, take it out, take out the as tiny as it is, clean what you want to clean, and it's done. The packet is done, this is done, and it's over. But when you start opening things like this, which is very common in some parts of Africa, when you open this and you put your hand inside, you now remove and now do like this, put it back, you have already infected this. We do this a lot, so this type of cotton wool should be used in the theaters where once you open it, you use everything and discard it, not to use a little bit. I know of a family that will take that off and put in small vitamin C containers and keep in the house for the children. Now they have already contaminated all that, so it's better to use tiny packets of alcohol prep like this instead of buying big cotton wools and keeping in the home and allowing people to infect it everywhere. Okay, so when you're performing procedures, make sure your kidney dish is there so you can always discard waste at the end of a procedure. I'm sure you have learned something from this model. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.